people are putting up Christmas stuff, and Remembrance Day hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, the first Christmas song played at work today.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Times like these, I'm glad we don't have music at my work. Oh, at my other job, someone tried to play Christmas music, and I was like, no! First chance I got, I changed it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Welcome to BC is Creepy. That's Topher Graham.
I'm Topher. What up? And that's Ariel Hansen.
That's right, I am Ariel. Okay. Yeah, so this is our podcast about creepy things that happen in British Columbia. Or maybe happen.
You're looking a bit better than the last time I saw you.
Yeah. Sleep helps. Sleep helps. But so as you know, Colin and I got our cat finally.
Yeah, a little guy, a little black guy.
Little black cat, but it's a little tough right now because he definitely doesn't like me.
Oh.
So like he either runs away whenever I try to get near him, or if he's like cornered, as soon as I try to pet him, he starts hissing at me and like clawing the air in front of me to scare me away.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not what I pictured having a cat being like.
He seemed to like me just fine.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll warm up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
What have we got talking about today? What's our...
Okay, so today's our first cryptid episode in a very long time.
Since, like, episode
2. Yeah. Because, I feel like we've been doing a lot of, like, true crime-related, like...
Yeah.
A lot of heavier subjects, too. So I thought, let's do something kind of goofy.
Goofy, lighthearted, and fun.
Yeah, I mean...
Halloween's over, we can relax
don't
a bit.
remind me. Now I just gotta start making Christmas creepy.
Yeah.
Like telling everyone about the Cosberg murders.
Ooh.
Everyone I meet, whenever they're like, Christmas, be like, did you know?
We can show them our short.
Yeah? Oh, we gotta get started on that other one.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah, sooner the better. But yeah, so let's just take our minds off of the fact that now people are allowed to roll their eyes when we talk about nothing but horror.
Yeah. Our season is done.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't try to make all the other seasons like our season.
Mm-hmm.
So, first off, I figured we'd start with a little description of what a devil monkey looks like.
Devil monkey.
Oh, I forgot to tell you what the name of... Yeah, so, devil monkeys. That's what we're talking about today. So, there's been sightings all over North America, mostly in the States, but they've also been sighted in BC. So, I was like, okay, let's give these a shot.
Devil monkeys.
Yeah, so the devil monkey is said to be about 3 to 5 feet tall, covered with reddish, dark brown or black shaggy hair. It is noticeably thicker around the neck and shoulders. They've been described as having a shaggy canine face that's also like a baboon, and the legs of the creature are powerful, like a kangaroo, that allow them to jump to distances of 20 feet or more. Depending on the report, the creature can either be tailless or, conversely, have a prominent bushy tail. They are also said to have tiny pointed ears and razor-sharp 3-toed feet. Sometimes they get mistaken for Sasquatches.
Okay.
Yeah, as would probably happen with any weird primate thing. Like gorillas, if they were in North America, would get mistaken for Sasquatches.
Do we have any actual primates, like, North America confirmed?
Pretty sure we don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah, unless maybe there's monkeys in Mexico? In, like, the jungles?
There's definitely monkeys in, like, South America.
Yeah. But back to our devil monkeys.
Yeah.
The general shape is more like an ape or other larger primate than the Sasquatch's more human-type build. And indeed, devil monkeys are often described as moving about on all fours, rather than being a biped like the Sasquatch. Devil monkeys are most often claimed as being able to produce a variety of very loud whoops, whistles, wails, screams, barks, and various other vocalizations, and are rather known for being extremely aggressive, even without provocation.
That sounds like a lot of monkeys.
Yeah. The only monkeys I've ever met seemed nice enough.
When I was in Kuala Lumpur, there were monkeys, and they took over this whole Hindu temple, the Batu Caves, and they were everywhere. And they would take people's food, and they would take water bottles out of their hands and start smashing it on the ground. Like, they were reckless things.
Yeah, the ones that because I went to the monkey temple in Bali.
Yeah.
Monkeys were a lot more chill, at least when I was there. I also wasn't there during, high season or whatever, so they might have just been like, we're just relaxing.
We're just monkeys.
Yeah.
But it could be a matter of, tourist-style monkeys versus just, really wild monkeys.
Yeah. I also just realized that you're doing No Shave November, technically.
I mean, you have to raise money if you're doing those
True.
kinds of things. And I'm not raising money. I just shaved my beard so I could be Jim Jones for Halloween. Not a lot of people got it, and I got some really weird looks when I handed people Kool-Aid, but I still feel it was a successful costume. I think I really, of all the costumes I've ever done, I think he's the one I looked like the most. It's hard. Yeah.
Then there was my costume.
Yours was really silly.
Very few people actually got mine until I started posting the photo with the lyrics to Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Yeah.
But everyone was impressed that I wore a real pumpkin on my head.
Halloween, it can be hard.
Yeah.
If you're
on
into
a budget?
the really obscure thing.
Oh, that's actually true. Yeah. Because no one got that. Rosemary's Baby, more people got, but still not a lot. The Girl from The Witch, pretty much nobody got. Leslie Vernon, nobody got.
Yeah, nobody would get that. The prom...
Lola from
Lola,
The Loved Ones,
nobody
got. That was the least got.
Yeah. Sam, you must have done pretty okay with.
People didn't get it, but they were scared. So it worked. I'm trying to think of what else I've been. Because Lola was after Sam. Then there's a gap because... What was I? The year before I met Colin. Oh, that was the year I did the Rob Zombie...
Right. Lords of Salem.
Another one where I didn't spend a lot of money and put very little effort into it, and everyone liked it even though they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I won costume contests with that costume, and all I did was paint my face.
Yeah. You didn't even put the dreads in.
No, because, I'm not dreading this
Ariel
lovely...
is very fond of her hair.
My, color's kind of boring. Mousy brown. We really digressed.
Devil monkeys. Why
Devil monkeys.
are they different from other monkeys?
Well, first off, they're in North America. Second off, they beat the crap out of people.
Oh.
Or not crap out of people, but they're, mean.
Nice.
Yeah. So, we're now going to get into why we can talk about this on BC is Creepy. I'm doing that before I give you a breakdown of other sightings.
Because that way we can validate this episode.
Yes. That way I can say, no, I didn't just research something unrelated to BC. It is related, even if almost every other sighting is elsewhere in North America. A lot in the Appalachians, apparently. Yeah. But anyways, so in 1969...
Ha!
Yeah. There was, quite a large sighting. There's a bunch of eyewitnesses... And they reported seeing very odd-looking long-tailed monkeys, and whatever these animals were, they left 3-toed tracks. So that's another thing that makes them unique from normal monkeys.
3 toes.
3 toes. So either the toes got cut off, or they evolved 3 toes, like a 3-toed sloth kind of thing. One of the people who saw these creatures was Gordon Ferrier, and he saw a meter-tall, hairy biped that had a bushy tail and 3 toes, and that was near the Mamquam River in June of that year. So the encounter that he had was then investigated by famed Canadian Bigfoot researcher John Green.
Ooh.
So we'll probably have to research him at some point.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, aka Sasquatch. That's generally what we call it. I just didn't change it in my head before I said it from my notes. Because...
essentially the same creature.
Yeah, it's just different names for it.
Yeah.
It's basically the Canadian name versus the American name.
That's why I like Sasquatch better.
Well, samesies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be proud of our country. So after those sightings, John Green and some other scientists and researchers, they went to the location to see if they could find or capture the mysterious primates. But of course they couldn't. Definitely couldn't find them. They did, however, really believe that the eyewitnesses were telling the truth about seeing these weird animal creatures, because the footprints that had been found, they did appear to be genuine rather than man-made.
Did they, like, cast them? Do they have these somewhere? Oh.
That is, if you're interested, look it up.
Yeah.
Because, I have been very busy. I didn't have a lot of time to research. This is not as research heavy as my last episode.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the Satanic Panic took a bit out of me, so I needed to do something a little easier. Especially with my new cat. You know.
It doesn't like you.
I know. You try to force love upon it, and it's just like...
It's terrified.
Yeah. So, now that we've covered BC's involvement in the devil monkey phenomenon...
Where was it?
The Mamquam River.
Oh, Mamquam.
The Mamquam River is in Squamish.
Nice. Oh, really close.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Squamish is kind of BC's weird.
What did I do?
There seems to be a lot going on in Squamish.
So, now that we know about the BC one, we can move on to the first possible encounter with devil monkeys.
Ooh.
So this is way back in 1934 in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
34. We're talking like Great Depression?
I think so.
Era?
Probably.
Post-World War II?
Post-World War One.
Post-World War One,
II.
Pre-World War II?
Like a few years pre-World War II.
Alright, wicked.
Yeah, so eyewitnesses described a mysterious small ape-like creature that could leap across fields at lightning speeds. It was said by some that this animal was able to jump up to 20 feet, making some of them believe that it was a type of unknown kangaroo.
That would be really funny.
And that's the first possible sighting by white people.
Yeah, recorded.
Or not necessarily white people, but people who...
wrote their history down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, after that, in 1959, a couple and their young daughter were driving through the mountains in Virginia, and there was this ape-like creature that attacked their car, and it like left a bunch of scratch marks on the car, so like in the hood and stuff.
Ooh.
So remember, it's got the razor-sharp claws.
3 of them.
The daughter was sitting in the very back of the car, and she apparently got a very good look at the monster. And she said it was a monkey with very powerful legs, and that it had taffy-colored hair. I don't know what color taffy is, so...
I like to think like a pink.
Yeah.
Like a light cotton candy pink.
I feel like you can do different colors of taffy so easily. So, like, listeners, if you know colors, can you send us a picture of the color taffy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do not know what the definitive taffy color is. Is it pink? Is it pale blue? Is it pale green?
There's like those white saltwater taffies. And they
They're
have
like
like the
multiple
pink and the
colors.
blue.
Yeah, so this
So
is
maybe the
hotly
monkeys-
debated now.
Taffy colored monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really silly if it was pink.
Yeah.
Like a hot pink monkey.
Yeah. So, a couple of days later, like close to where this encounter had happened, there were a couple nurses who were driving home after work, and they were also attacked by what a lot of people believe is the same creature. It was very strong. In fact, it was so strong that it could rip off the top of their convertible.
Whoa.
Oh, freaking flies everywhere.
They really like you.
Yeah. Leave me alone, flies. What, do I smell like decaying flesh or something? You smell me.
Nah, you're fine.
Okay,
You just
good.
need a shower.
Just showered. Okay, well, back to devil monkeys, who I'm sure smell worse than I do,
Yeah.
since we know monkeys have a penchant for flinging poop.
And they don't bathe.
Yeah. In 1973, there was a famous cryptologist, and his name was Loren Coleman, who went to investigate reports of giant monkeys in Kentucky. The eyewitnesses claimed that the monkeys killed a bunch of their livestock, but Coleman and his fellow researchers, they couldn't find any actual proof, and so they thought that the people were lying. So now we're going to get to one of the most famous sightings, which was in 1979. It was in a small town in Georgia. Georgia.
We've played there, right?
Yeah, we just played there at the Women in Horror Festival. We played it. I might be wrong, but I believe Buried Alive is in Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, Georgia. So, in this small town, there were like a bunch of sightings of bipedal monkey-like creatures. It's a little contrary to the whole often walking on four legs, but there's a lot of things that are different about each encounter that...
I mean, maybe there's just small amounts of different sects of monkeys. And some, Georgia's, Atlanta's pretty far away.
Yeah, and maybe some of them are demon monkeys, some are devil monkeys, some are Lucifer monkeys, some are Satan monkeys.
Baphomet monkeys.
Lilith monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the best show.
I really enjoyed it.
Don't give away the ending. I don't have the last two episodes.
Oh, how have I finished it before you?
I'm watching it with Victoria.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. But for me, it's just, I feel like there's a little something missing from it, but I don't know what to make it the perfect for me show. If that makes sense.
The first season, but it's a very strong first season.
Oh yeah,
I really like the aesthetic.
I like most of the aesthetic. I don't really like the wizard school. I like the aesthetic when they're in actual Greendale.
Are you on the Satanic Temple side here? They're suing for cultural appropriation of the Baphomet statue.
I think I'm not on their side just because you think of all the movies where they made evil Christianity things.
Yeah.
Or where other religions have been twisted. It's
it's your turn, Satanist.
We've never had not their turn though. So someone needs to make a film that portrays Satanists in a better light.
I mean, Sabrina is better than most Satanists.
Oh yeah, no, I was their lawsuit is saying that they're trying to incite a satanic panic again, and it's of everything, they're doing it pretty good. They just have an actual Satan. Yeah, and I mean, there's aspects of it that I'm so even the other religion is full of patriarchy too. Great. You can't escape it.
It's meant to be a mirror.
Okay, back to this devil monkey.
Oh, also, vote for proportional representation.
I think the referendum might be over when this comes out.
Okay, but you should have voted.
Yeah, pro-rep.
Devil monkeys.
Devil monkeys. The descriptions that they gave of the monstrosity that they saw were basically devil monkey descriptions.
Yeah.
And one of the women said that it was the ugliest thing she had ever seen in her life.
Oh.
She said it had the face of a dog, which is pretty common in the devil monkey sightings.
Yeah.
And most of the eyewitnesses were saying that they thought that they were looking at an unknown evil-looking dog.
Oh.
So then when they actually saw it move, they realized, oh, that ain't no dog, that's a monkey. So that was that sighting. In 1994 in Roanoke, Virginia.
Roanoke. That's those people that disappeared.
Yeah. And that season of
American Horror Story.
Honestly, one of my favorite seasons.
The best one.
Yeah, it was the only one that actually made me on edge and felt like 100% horror, not just horror light.
Yeah, it was a great format.
Yeah. So, in Roanoke, Virginia, a woman was driving down a dark road at 2 a.m. and she was confronted by a very scary creature that was apparently a cross between a wolf and an ape, and it just came out of nowhere and leaped in front of her, and she claimed it was 6 feet tall and it had wiry thin frame with cat-like legs, and it was covered in dark, sleek fur. And the U.S. Game and Wildlife officials dismissed the report as merely being a wolf or a feral dog.
Rude.
So then there's also a famous photo that was taken by Barbara Mullins, and it was of a dead animal that she'd found on the side of the road because it had been hit by a car in 1996 in Louisiana. Most believe that it's just like a dead dog or something. It's a hoax. It's not a devil monkey.
She could have grabbed it and given it to people for study.
Okay, pretend you're not you for a second.
Okay.
Pretend you're an average person.
Okay.
You see a pile, like, I saw the picture and it is not in a good condition. Like, you can't see a face or any, it kind of just looks like a pile of flesh and fur. Would you stop on the side of the road and pick that up to take to some unknown authority that you don't even know who to take it to?
No, probably not.
See?
But I really want them to do this. It's 1994. We don't
96?
have the... 96? You have the internet, but it's still like...
Sucks.
Like, this is when you need to be documenting information so that once we finally get to the internet age, we can go through and find all these things.
And write creepypastas about them.
Yeah.
Well, she took a picture.
That's better than nothing.
I mean, I like taking pictures of roadkill, but that's just for me.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any good stuff lately.
Not lately.
If you have good
roadkill pictures,
please send them our way.
It's the information age and we need this stuff.
Yeah, it makes us happy.
Yeah.
It also makes me hungry now.
Freaking Ariel. No wonder your cat doesn't like you.
I feel attacked right now. Okay, so then in 2006 in Chicago, on January 12th, there was a family that came into their house and they came face to face with a very mysterious, evil-looking creature that was attacking their family dog. They said that the animal was like a mix between a monkey and a wolf, and that it had long fangs, a long tail, and extremely bright, glowing eyes.
Crazy.
Yeah, and apparently the dad took a photo of the creature, and then the creature ran away. So this is what made me realize that one of the websites I was looking at was a transcription of a YouTube video, and I didn't have time to watch the YouTube video because it talks about the picture in the transcription, but then doesn't show it.
So this picture exists. The roadkill picture exists.
Oh, the roadkill one I did see, but that was on a different website. But not long after this sighting, there was another man who lived kind of close to them, and he claimed to see an animal that looked very similar hanging in a tree by its tail, like a monkey.
Oh, big bushy tail?
I didn't get that detail from what I read.
Yeah.
But also it could just be an escaped monkey from a zoo.
That's true.
Chicago's got a zoo.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to think that all these cryptids are just very small pockets of creatures that we just can't find because they're too smart.
I will say, there are certain cryptids I am more likely to believe in those than, like, ghosts and demons and stuff.
Yeah.
We've all got our things that seem plausible to us. Certain cryptids and aliens.
Well,
but not having
monkeys.
visited us.
Monkeys. There's monkeys in Africa. There's monkeys in South America. There's monkeys in Asia. Like, we're kind of monkeys. We're everywhere.
Yeah. Maybe just the European people scared them off.
Yeah. Smallpox, you know?
Yeah.
You could have lost a lot of monkeys to diseases. It's possible that there's just little small packets of survivors, and, you know, they would be angry because they're survivors.
Yeah. Anywho, so I'm going to finish this off with a huge quote.
Okay.
It's like 2 paragraphs, but it is from a biologist in Louisiana in 2009.
I love Louisiana.
This is like the second one from Louisiana in this episode. I do want to go to New Orleans someday at like Halloween time.
That would be that would be an awesome trip. It's really cheap to get there. You can get there and back for $400.
It's not bad.
Yeah. We just need to get into a festival there.
And get money.
Yeah. Patreon.
Yeah.
Help us out. Get us to New Orleans. We'll tell you stories about monkeys in New Orleans.
I'm sure we could find other things, because we could go places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, so this Louisianan, his account of an encounter with a devilish monkey. Okay, I've gotta channel my inner Sookie Stackhouse. Okay. As I sat there alone gazing out at the rain when I noticed some movement to my left in a large field next to this property. This field is separated by an old fence with scattered pines next to it. I turned to look and saw something I honestly don't know what it was. It was running extremely fast on all fours from the field towards our location. At first I thought it was a dog, but as it got closer and closer, I realized that I was wrong. This thing, whatever it was, ran on all fours to a spot in the fence where the trees were about 30 feet apart, and it leapt over a 5-foot fence in just one leap. Now, once on my side of the fence, this thing stood up on its hind legs. It was only about 30 feet or so from me at that point, and that's when I got a really good look at it. It was about 4 feet tall, maybe a little bit bigger. It had really big yellowish eyes, large pointed ears, and it had very shaggy fur. It stood up on its tiptoes, and it had a long bushy tail, kind of like a squirrel, but not nearly as furry. The snout was very cat-like, and I was close enough at this point to make out the thick hairs on its face. I'm inclined to believe that these may have been whiskers. Once it stood up on its hind legs, it kept its arms to its sides, much like a human, but its elbows were slightly bent, and I could now see its claws. Now, I know I saw something on that day that I just can't explain, and I know that I can't convince others to blindly accept what I say, but I am not trying to convince anyone, but rather find answers for myself. In any case, after considering the evidence, I firmly believe that what I saw on that day was indeed a devil monkey.
Nice.
Yeah, so that is...
That would be terrifying.
Yeah. And so there are many people who believe that this creature might just be the legendary chupacabra, and there are others who think that they're not monkeys at all, but demons not from this world. And then, of course, there's the people who are like, it's a dog. It's a escaped monkey from a zoo. So, that's the devil monkeys. And so I had 2 sources today. I would have liked to have gotten more, but time ran out. ParanormalJunkie.net and MysteriousUniverse.org.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that is that on the devil monkeys.
I could believe.
You want to believe?
I want to believe. I want to believe in the monkeys. Even if it was just like a weird crossbreed. Escaped animals and...
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's, similar to Chupacabra, there's also people who are like, it's a government experiment gone wrong that got released. Because that is so very likely.
Government's not that competent.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and especially, I don't think... Governments right now aren't funding scientists very well, so... I doubt they're making devil monkeys.
But look at like 1959 and 1996.
Yeah.
1935.
Okay. Well, back in 1935, they definitely wouldn't have been able to do the science to make some strange creature.
No, not really.
So, now that we're done talking about devil monkeys, let's talk about upcoming screenings.
Yay!
Yay! So...
We can finally announce... I'll let you do it.
Oh, yeah. So, Nepenthes will be playing at the Blood in the Snow Film Festival in Toronto, and I'm going there, and it's going to be fun.
Nice!
Yeah, and that's... Oh, crap. I don't remember the day right off the top of my head.
But it's between the 20th...
It's either the 24th or the 25th.
Yeah.
And it's at 4:30 in the afternoon before a film, I believe, called Dead Sight.
You're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, and Carolyn and Jordan are going to be there.
I love those guys.
So we'll be hanging out because
Time Heals No Wounds.
It's also playing there, so it's a double whammy. And then both Time Heals No Wounds and Paint the Town Red are playing at the Chilliwack International Film Festival at the same time.
Yeah.
So I won't be there for that.
I might go.
Yeah.
Chilliwack's not that far.
No, if you can get a ride.
Yeah. If you'd like to give us a ride.
Well, Topher.
If you'd like to give Topher a ride out into the middle of nowhere in this creepy, province of ours, send me an email.
It's not the middle of nowhere, it's the Bible Belt of the province.
Yeah, if you'd like to take me out to the scariest part of
I mean, there's Satanists everywhere there.
Yeah.
As we learned in the
Satanic Panic episode.
According to one doctor. And then... Oh, I think we've got another one that same weekend as well.
Frostbiter.
Yes, we're going to Iceland. Well, we're not physically going, but our intellectual properties are.
Yeah. Which one's that one?
Frostbiter, Icelandic Film Festival.
No, but what?
Nepenthes.
Nepenthes.
And then, can you go back to the larger view? Because, yeah, so...
By the time this comes out, will it...
No, it'll be just playing... we'll be playing at Axewound, I believe. Or no, that's this weekend, never mind.
Yeah, next.
We played last weekend at Axewound, and it's a awesome Women in Horror Film Festival. Do we have any other announcements for now?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, as we mentioned before, we have a Patreon.
You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and
Vimeo,
YouTube. Our YouTube channel is actually really awesome right now.
Yeah, we're actually putting content on there.
So, in addition to our podcast episodes, which have been uploaded to our YouTube, we have been doing Women in Horror interviews called Your Creepiest Corner.
Yeah.
And we've just released the first episode of our new shorts review series.
Bite-sized Frights.
So we have our first episode out where we went over all of the short films at Cinema Fantastique. And it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, it's doing better than most of our videos do that early. Also, we have one of our VR films up on there, Relaxing Rituals ASMR. So if you have a headset, throw that on, check that out, get creeped out.
Got trailers for our other films, and
I've got something to say, but I don't know if it's the same thing you're gonna say.
Well, the Christmas season is starting now.
Oh, yeah. We have our last year's Christmas video is up on there, and we also will hopefully have something for you this year. But what I was going to say is at the end of this month, we might be premiering one of our short films.
Yeah.
So...
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're not going to say which one yet.
But we're very excited to bring it to you.
Yeah. So if you want to see pictures of me and my cat that is terrified of me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as @Hanson's Horror.
And you can find me on Instagram as Sneezing Wolf.
All right.
All right.
Stay creepy.